Have y'all seen that video going around of that woman who was abducted while on vacation in Tunisia? And for anyone who is not geographically inclined, here is where Tunisia is. Apparently, she was taken from the lobby of her hotel and had to fight for her life to escape, only to get back to her hotel, the penthouse suites, to be told by the hotel staff that she came back from the club like that. Like, they ain't see nothing, they ain't hear nothing. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not even sorry. It's giving inside job, because how are you now refusing to show the video when you seen me come in here looking like I was literally fighting for my life? My purse is upstairs. My phone is upstairs. Man, you're telling me I don't know what I experienced. You're telling me that I wasn't just taken from your property, like that nobody saw nothing. Everybody was Stevie Wonder. The math is not math, and it's an inside job. I am so glad that she is safe and on her way back home, because what borders Tunisia is Libya. There is literally an active slave trade. I'm sure these people thought that, they was going to take her and nobody was going to say nothing and it was going to be just fine. They was going to make their money on the back end and her family was never going to see her. One thing I wanted to call out is the fact that this woman is being vulnerable with us in a very, very traumatic moment. And instead of focusing on her well-being, y'all in the comments talking about, don't say Africa, be specific. It's not the time for that. Can we focus? Can we just focus for a second? The entire situation is just so sad, and I really do hope she gets some semblance of justice. Y'all, look at my face. I cannot believe this shit. Like, they really tried to kidnap me in Africa. And if that shit happened to me, I know it happens to other people. And I just was blessed enough to get the fuck away. But all right, so when I came out here Friday. Friday night was cool. Saturday night we went out. I'm not a party person, so like an hour into the club, I'm like, I always do this, nothing new. I'm like, all right, I'm going to the hotel. It's hella taxis outside. It's a lot of people out there. So the taxi brings me back to the hotel. I come upstairs. I go to the front desk because I needed a key. My key, I don't know where my key was, but I went to the front desk to get a key. So they gave me a key. I come upstairs. Then I'm like, dang it, ain't no tissue. I go back downstairs. I go to the front desk. Y'all, that is the last thing I remember, being at the front desk. The next thing I remember is waking up in the back of a fucking car. I start freaking the fuck out. Like, I'm trying to get out. And once I get out, this guy, that shit is blurry. I thought the front desk, all that shit is blurry. I don't know what woke me up. I don't know what they gave me, what they did to me. I don't know. The last thing I remember is being at the lobby. So, the guy, he get out the car. We're tussling. We fucking fighting. Like, I'm fucking fighting for my life. Like, I'm really like, all I could think about was my fucking kids. Like, man, I gotta get back home to my kids. I'm really fighting for my life. Like, this nigga's punching me. Y'all can see, like, he's trying to telling me, shut up. I was not, like, giving up wasn't an option. Like, I really was fucking fighting for my life. So I managed to get away by the grace of God. I don't even know how I really got away. It's all woods. I just started running. I did not look back. I'm running fast as shit to where I could see cars and lights. I'm running fast as shit, but this shit is blurry. I don't know what they gave me or did to me.
Hi everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Teresa.
And I'm Scholar, and if you're new here, this is Sister Talk Reacts, where we react to trending stories all over the world with thoughtful perspectives and engaging discussion. So let's get into it.
Now, imagine traveling to abroad for what should be like life-changing experience. Then all of a sudden you find yourself and your life in danger. This is what really happened to a Black American who went to Tunisia, and the story has sparked outrage and deep conversation worldwide.
So the lady had traveled to Tunisia for personal reasons, but the report says that she was abducted due to shocking circumstances. But details are still unfolding, and the story has raised major concerns about safety, race, and treatment of foreigners in North Africa. Before we dive into the details, let's first watch how Black, African, and American people have reacted to this story. And we're going to come back with a full commentary at the end of the video. And if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so. We will be grateful. So let's get into it.
On the topic of Jamaica, the black woman who was kidnapped in Tunisia, she don't need to address this because I hope she's at home healing with her children and her loved ones. But I'm going to address some of these comments and dispel some of these myths. On one hand, I've seen a lot where people say black Americans don't travel. We don't go anywhere. Then at the same time, when we do, all of a sudden, we're going to the wrong places. Why would you go there? And everywhere that I've been in the world, traveling and living abroad as a black Muslim woman, every single place that I have gone, somebody has told me that that group of people don't like me there. Whether my blackness, my Muslimness, my womanness, every single place. And I often see places like Italy where people are like, don't ever go there. I've always had an amazing time in Italy. I lived in China, never bothered, didn't have any serious issues, but a lot of people have experienced something. This idea that you can blanket one particular place or one particular group of people, unless they're white supremacists, or isn't real, just doesn't leave room for nuance, and that contextually, everybody has a different experience. And it's interesting to me that when those Wonder Bread girls booked their flights to Tunisia instead of Tunis, France, I saw 100,000 videos following up talking about how you should stop in Tunisia. Tunisia is beautiful. Now, all of a sudden, a black woman gets online and says, with evidence, just the markings on her face alone, that she was kidnapped in Tunisia. Now, all of a sudden, oh, no, you shouldn't go there. You can be well-traveled and you can be self-aware. But wherever it is that there's bad people, something bad can happen.
And that hotel did not expect for that lady to make it back alive. Their story's not even straight. The moment that they said to that lady, you never made it back from the club, they were done. She could have been coming from dinner. She could have been coming from an event. Who knows what she was coming from, but she specifically said the club. She had no purse, no wallet, nothing on her. Everything that she had was already in her room. She came downstairs and asked y'all for some toilet paper and then woke up in the back of somebody's car. They had this lady meeting up with fake cops and doctors. And the biggest red flag had to be the fact that they refused to show her the actual security footage that she was asking for. Why y'all being weird? That woman literally fought for her life. The bruises that she walked away with were absolutely insane. Stories like that can seriously make you scared to travel. Every woman's fear is being kidnapped. I hope she gets the justice that she deserves, and I hope they investigate that hotel, because if they don't do anything about it now, I'm telling you, it's just going to keep on happening.
That story of the girl being kidnapped in Tunisia, traveling with her friend, remind me of the time when I almost got kidnapped in Belgium, and when I tried to get the hotel to help me, they did not help me at all. They really are kidnapping people.
I'm an American living in Tunisia, and I get so many comments from potential tourists to Tunisia asking about, oh, is Tunisia safe? Am I going to be okay? Am I going to get robbed? Listen to me. In America, people go to the store, they go to school, they go to festivals, they walk on the street normal. They're getting killed or they're getting ran over by cars. It's crazy. Here, let me tell you, if you get ran over by a car here, it's because somebody's on their phone or they're not looking, because Tunisian people drive crazy. Not because they want to kill you, because they're sick. Kids here, they go to the store by themselves. They go to school by themselves. They walk alone by themselves. There's kids walking by themselves here. You would never see that in America, ever. And if you do, it's because you live in a small town and everyone knows each other. And I think barely even then. I think the only people here with guns here are the police, and that's all I've seen. Maybe they may have them, I don't know, but I've only seen police with guns here. Listen to me, if anyone tells you Tunisia's not safe, don't listen to them. They're probably Tunisian. And the dangers in this country is not the same dangers in America, okay? Or maybe even in Europe, I don't know. Europe's pretty safe too. And I think a lot of people think that like a lot of countries who suffer from a lot of poverty tend to be unsafe. And this can be true, but I don't think this is true for Tunisia.
I had to cut my birthday trip short in Colombia because the first night we was out there, we almost got kidnapped. Like literally, y'all, this is real. This is not to shit on nobody country.
The worst that can happen to you here in Tunisia is maybe some horny Tunisian man catcalling you, and you're not going to understand anyway because it's going to be in Arabic or French. Maybe you speak French, I don't know. Or maybe somebody's scamming you out of money because they say, oh, the taxi ride is 20 dinner, but maybe it's like 5 dinner. That's the worst that can happen to you. And I'd rather be scammed out of 3 USD than shot and killed. So yeah, Habibi, come to Tunisia. Bye. Okay, I also forgot to tell you about be careful for men that want to use you for a visa too. Because that happens here too, so be careful. Because yeah, Tunisia's beautiful, it's fun to vacate, but people don't like living here and Tunisian people want to leave. And they will literally do anything to leave here.
PSA, this woman was roofied in a club in Tunisia went back to her hotel, and the hotel was collaborating with whoever slipped her the drugs, and she was kidnapped and had to fight for her life. And I pray that she receives the healing that she needs. And no one ever deserves to be attacked, kidnapped. The fault is 100% with the evil people who did this. And I will also say, as a Muslim, if you go to a Muslim country, please, please do not frequent the bars and the clubs. They should be safe. You are entitled to them being safe, and unfortunately, that is not the reality. Bars and clubs in Muslim countries tend to be the very bottom of the barrel people, like basically almost all criminals. The reason for this is that normal people in Muslim majority countries don't consume alcohol publicly. And so if you're coming from the Northern Hemisphere or coming from the West, you're used to thinking that you can just go to a club and just go to a bar and it'll be safe. But it's not like that in Muslim countries. So my PSA to all my beautiful sisters, Muslim and non-Muslim, if you go to a Muslim country, avoid the bars, avoid the clubs. Go to Muslim countries for sightseeing, for cultural experiences, for shopping. Don't go for clubbing. Save that for other countries. And this, no judgment. I'm Muslim, so I don't consume alcohol, but everyone has different lifestyles. Regardless, this woman did not deserve to be treated the way she was. She did not deserve to be attacked. Everyone, please pray for her that she receives justice. And let's call out this hotel as well.
Her life, she was fighting this man. She was able to fight him and get away. She was able to run through some bushes, woods. Can you imagine? You in Africa somewhere, you don't even know where you at. She was able to run through that bush and get to somebody. And they got her back to that hotel. And let me tell you, when she said them people's faces were looking like they saw a ghost, Lord Father, be with Miss Mika right now. Can y'all imagine people looking at you like, oh, you not supposed to be here? What you doing alive? Mother trucker, by the grace of God. She sent it to expose y'all. That's what she doing there. Thank you, Mika, for your testimony. Thank you for putting your face out there for everybody to see what you went through. The hell, the turmoil, the traumatic experience. Y'all, I can't even imagine. I've been through some stuff. But to actually almost have your life taken away from you in a whole nother country where you are not familiar with, y'all. Mika, I just, again, want to thank you. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I'm sending so much love and prayers to you and your family, but to you in particular for that trauma you have went through, girl. I know you haven't even processed all of that trauma yet. Take time for you. Take time for you. Get you some therapy. And this your testimony is for a reason. You went through that for a reason, but it's by the grace of God you are alive.
This story is it's heartbreaking, but at the same time, it's a wake-up call. While we wait for an update and hope for her safe return, let's keep talking the realities of traveling while black. What changes need to be made? Share your thoughts in the comments. We really want to hear from you.
It all starts with when you get from the airport and you're heading to the hotel you will be staying in. The first concern you should have is for your taxi driver. You should be able to know, a few details of the taxi driver that is going to drive you in there, because that is when sometimes trouble starts. You'll find the taxi driver might have malicious reasons to harm you, or not only the taxi driver, the hotel attendants. Everyone should be cautious of everyone in sight. Yeah.
And I think everybody who is willing to visit this country, Tunisia, or even the tourists, are not safe in that country. If they cannot take care of one person,
I mean,
what do you think? Like, what if we go?
I mean, how many cases have we not heard of people, I mean, being drugged, abducted? There are so many cases that we haven't heard of.
I'm sorry to say, if this lady fall dead,
Oh,
we wouldn't know anything.
yeah, we would.
Like, seriously, let's assume or even say this is not the first one or the second funeral or even the that. This is what was like God thing. You know, even she said that it was God, because she doesn't even know how she came out
She's
of that.
survived. I mean,
You know, so we don't know how many victims
I've gone through
have
that.
gone through that. So let's say let's first of all, before we go to a certain country, let's first of all investigate and know how safe we will be when we go there.
And this case is one of many because thank God for that lady, she survived and she was able to tell us her story.
Yeah.
Because she brought awareness and insight to a lot of women, and not only women, to everyone traveling. I mean, we have seen people traveling to different countries. They go create friendship with the locals.
Yes.
And it ends up so exciting. But this is one scenario that turned out haywire, and it wasn't nice. I mean, she was so hurt. She had bruises all over her face. It's so traumatizing,
Very.
and we really pray for quick healing to her, and she may be able to get over that situation, because it will be so traumatizing for her and her family.
Yeah, let's all say it's a wake-up call.
Yeah.
We have had so many black women sharing their experiences in so many countries, and even they are warning people to go to certain countries for their safety, and they are calling for US government to intervene and to make sure that the lady goes back to her country safe.
Yeah, and the most important thing is while you're traveling, make sure you have alerted people you know of where you're going. Let people know of the details of where you will be, the hotel that you're going to be staying in. Every detail matters. And where people are also saying that women should not travel alone. I mean, it's so impossible to not travel alone, but the most important thing is that you should share your details to people.
And I think at the same time, it's okay. First of all, it's good to have an interest to a certain country, but before you visit that country, do a thorough investigation. Know how that country works. How safe is it for you, or even for the rest of your gang that you're going with. So I think investigation is good. It's good to investigate if it's okay for you to go.
Or if the country is safe for you to
Yes,
go. And
yes.
also, if you get yourself into a fix or you're in trouble in a foreign country, the first people you should communicate to are not the police. Sometimes the police of that certain country can be against you and might not defend you. And that's why people suggest that you should visit the embassy you are from. If it's you are from US, you should visit the US embassy and notify them first. They will be your first people to favor you in this case.
And I feel Tunisia did do this lady justice, because there's so many delays in this investigation. They don't even have any rush. They're not doing anything. And at the same time, the hotel that she was in, those people are not even cooperating. And they're like, every evidence is on them, because the lady says that she was in a hotel when everything went black.
The main thing you should do before traveling is you should do a survey of the country you're going to travel. I mean, learn about the history of the people who live there.
Yes.
Be familiar with everything that is supposed to be known while traveling to a different country.
And special thanks goes to the original creators featured in this video.
Our credit goes to all the respective owners of the clips and content used in our video. Your thoughts and perspective made today's work possible.
And if you found this video educative and you have learned something, and also you would really want to see more of this, and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe for us. We really appreciate. Also, give us a thumbs up.
drop your thoughts in the comments. Let us know how you feel about today's video, and also don't forget to hit that notification bell for future updates.
See you in the next video.